What's up? Uploaded via cell phone. I hope my head gets in this. This video is what I think about RFID tags. There's lots of people out there who have problems with RFID tags, and I don't agree with them. I like RFID tags. I would get an RFID tag put in me right now, especially if it meant that I get like some kind of tax bonus. And I should get a tax bonus, tax credit, if I put an RFID tag in me, because I would be contributing to saving us a whole lot of money. We'd save a whole lot of money if we all had the RFID tags. We wouldn't have to wait in those silly little security lines at the airport. You just walk right on through. They scan your RFID tag, they know who you are, boom, you go. You know, it'd save me 10 minutes, it'd save everybody else 10 minutes who has one, and time is money. It'd pollute less because you just use less plastic, right? By put your hand under the scanner instead of bust out your credit card. Lots of other ways too. How about keys? Start your car, get in your house. You wouldn't have anything to lose. You know, you wouldn't be losing your keys. So it would save us a whole lot of money, and that's what you do to get a good economy, a strong GDP. You save money. You cut out all the red tape. And sure, some people in these bureaucratic institutions will go out of a job, but there's always more jobs. There's always new industries to give people work, you know. And if the GDP is strong enough, because we're not wasting all this money on the bureaucracy, maybe one day we won't even have to have jobs. Maybe we'll get enough dole checks to not have to work if you don't want to. You just get your money and you spend it on whatever you want. You know, we already see that nowadays with unemployment. You can get that. I think in the future we'll all be able to get unemployment, whether we're working or not. People will just work because they want to, or because they want extra money, you know. So it'll just save a whole bunch of money if we all have the RFID tags. And yeah, so I repeat myself, you know, if you want to increase your GDP, you save money. You know, I mean, if you get rid of the war on drugs, sure, a lot of FDA agents are going to go out of work, but they'll find other work and we'll be spending less tax money on them. Anyway, it doesn't take a fucking genius, sorry, excuse the language, it doesn't take a genius to realize that cutting out useless bureaucracy is actually good and not bad. You don't give people jobs just for the sake of getting them jobs. So that's one reason. The other reason that RFID tags are good is it will definitely save a lot of money in busting the criminals, and it'll make catching the criminals a whole lot easier. You know, we could enforce the laws, immigration laws. We could put RFID tags in people and keep them from skipping bail, which would make surveillance on them a lot cheaper. And I hate criminals, and I want to do everything we can to lock these guys up and catch these guys so that there's no criminals. And if our society has a way where there's no way anybody can get away with doing a crime, people aren't going to do a crime, you couple that with a society with a strong GDP, because we're not wasting all of our money on useless bureaucracies, we're not going to have criminals. Because criminals exist because there's not enough money. Because they're like, ooh, I'm poor, and you're rich, so you're bad, so I'm going to steal from you. But if we all have money, then nobody's going to be like jealous. And if nobody can get away with stealing, nobody's going to do it. So that's how you have a utopia. You need RFID tags. Now, a lot of people say RFID tags are bad because the government could turn bad on you. And it's true. The Nazis sure would have been a lot more effective in their reign of terror if everybody had the RFID tags. because they could just label the Jews criminals and get them that way. But people who say that I don't think they have enough faith in the government, you know. People in the government aren't monsters. They're people just like you and I. They're actually better than normal people because they work hard to get there. They went to school, they studied. Sure, there's lots of cronyism in the government, in any country. Big time in America, we're not even top 20, and I think we're 20th, and 20th least corrupt country in the world. And there's plenty of corruption here. But at the end of the day, we've got this thing called the Fourth Amendment, which will make it so that, you know, we're not forced to disclose all this information. You know, we're never going to be forced to upload all of our family photos on the internet. That's the Fourth Amendment. And you just apply that to the RFID tags. And if people are saying, oh yeah, but the government will take over, evil people will take over the government. No, it's not going to happen. It can't happen. We live in a democracy. I'm sure I know there's tons of countries out there, probably half the countries in the world or more, that should not have RFID tags. They're not ready for RFID tags. If you do the RFID tag thing in North Korea, bad shit will happen. But America, we're ready for it. We're totally ready for it. And all the other first world countries are totally ready for it. Save money. So I propose we should allow people to get the RFID tags for free. And I'll be the first one to volunteer for it. And those people get tax relief for it because it's contributing to stimulus money. And those people get to walk right through the lines at the airport because you already know who I am from my RFID tag. A lot of people are against RFID tags because of the biblical prophecy. Well, the guy who had the vision of Revelation wasn't Jesus. He was just some guy. Who was it? Timothy, one of the 4 apostles, whatever. This was 2,000 years ago. What are you going to do? Listen to some sandal-wearing flea bag who lived 2,000 years ago? Think for yourself, man. It was a cool vision. He had a vision of the future. It was amazing what he had. It was a vision of the future. But maybe he got a little bit confused. Maybe he got that confused with the thing that happened 40 years beforehand, the Nazis. Who knows? I'm sure in countries RFID tags are bad, but not in this country. Lots of planets, I'm sure they've had bad effects. But people are too smart in this country, in this world, to let that happen. Another thing, people say that RFID tags are bad for the physical body because it'll like turn you into a cyborg or something. It'll screw up your electrical system in your body. That's something we don't understand. These things are little radio frequency things. We already have cell phones and blasting in our ear. We already have MP3 and MP4 players playing all the time all around us. We've already got millions of radio signals passing right through us every day. We're not dropping dead of cancer. Mostly. We'll figure it out. That's not a valid reason. So, RFID tags are good. We need RFID tags. Hook me up with an RFID tag, and if you're against them, you have no faith. Got to have faith in your fellow human being. Be fearless. Jump in there. Hook me up. So, that's about it.